just a couple of weeks away from your big fight on July 11th. The most important thing I want to ask you is just Derrick James. How did that happen? It was a little bit unexpected, and coming here to Dallas.
Listen, life is unexpected. You just never know what's going to happen. I am super excited to start this partnership with Derrick James. He has brought a lot out of me. Again, there's many tools in the bag, and you're going to see that July 11th.
Alycia, how would you rate Derrick James as a trainer?
10 out of 10. Next.
Alycia, so it's a big moment for you. So how do you stay locked in and block out the noise, especially when there are people that are calling out your name and things of that nature?
It's important to lock in because, baby, the assignment is July 11th. My opponent, Jennifer Miranda, she's undefeated. She's coming. She's hungry. She wants to take advantage of the night. I know I will be taking advantage of the night. And so you just have to understand your assignment. I know what mine is July 11th.
Jennifer Miranda is known to be taller and bigger than you. With that being said, do you think that'll play a part in your fight?
I mean, you see Michaela Mayer, and we see what we did to her, right? Exactly. And still. Next question. I love the transition to Dallas. Dallas has been great, very welcoming, very loving. It's one thing to be in many parts of the world, but right now I'm in Dallas, and I've been taking advantage of it. It's been good.
What about the barbecue?
The barbecue, listen, we can eat sandwiches and fries around here. I have no issues making weight.
What's your favorite food spot in Dallas so far?
My favorite food spot? That's a great question. I'm still writing the list.
Jake Paul has a fight with Paul-Chavez here soon. How do you see that fight going out? Break it down for us as well.
I think you're going to see the levels of what Jake Paul has been working on with his team. I think he has a great team. He has Third, who's a Crunk trainer. I've trained with Crunk before, so they have a certain strategy when it comes down to breaking an opponent down. So I think we'll see that from Jake.
And then obviously July 11th is going to be the biggest women card this year. You're part of it. How do you feel about that?
It's a blessing. I literally remember being at the first fight at Madison Square Garden and commentating, and remember saying, one day I'll be here fighting, and here we are fighting at the co-main event at one of the biggest and just history-making spots, Madison Square. So.
I'm sorry. Is the fight with Claressa, is that done now? Is that ever going to happen?
Listen, we got Jennifer Miranda to take care of July 11th, so see that and understand that I am the standard when it comes to women's boxing. I am her. So.
I know there's been back and forth with you and Claressa, but will you be willing to at least send her some tickets to the fight?
Listen, you gotta talk to the man. I'm just the fighter, baby. I'm just the champion showing up to the fight on birthday, baby. That's it. Big champ.
Alycia, I know there's another fight. People want to hear the breakdown of it. Crawford, Canelo. What do you think about that fight? Obviously, hearing you commentate, once you're done with boxing, I'm sure you're going to do a phenomenal job on that. But, break that fight down for us.
That's a great fight. You have two experienced fighters. When we talk about experience, when we talk about athleticism, when we talk about skill, all those come together when you think of Terrence Crawford and Canelo. And with what I'm seeing is that, Canelo's been in this game for years. He's experienced with losses twice. He took a challenge fighting Bivol, lost, came back. He's doing what he loves to do. And I think we saw the fight with Terrence Crawford and him dominating in a fashion that the world was ready to see. And then we've seen his last fight. So we're kind of taking off from your last fight, seeing that it's going to be a great fight. I can't pick a winner, but experience speaks, and experience will trump everything come that fight.
Locking in with Jake Paul, MVP promotion and everything you expected. You just talked about Jake's impact on women's boxing.
Yeah, absolutely. MVP, it's a great company. They take their time. They are involved. They want to hear from the voices of the fighters. I think it's important to not just be a fighter under a roster, but be a partner, be an equal, and that's what they give the opportunity to.
What do you think about Miranda and Rudy Taylor going at it for a third time? I mean, it's historic, trilogy of women's boxing.
Yeah, it's another fight in history just to show young girls, show the boxing community that these two women have been fighting more than once. They won a set of the score July 11th. And it's an opportunity for everybody just to tune into women's sports in general. So you're going to see multiple women champions defending their titles, doing what they do best, and put on a great show.
Right now, you're a sizable favorite. Odds makers have you set to win. But we have seen a lot of upsets here lately, like Tierra Brown, upset Scott Nicholson, Rolly upset Ryan Garcia.
Right.
Plant got upset.
Right.
With all that being said, is there any chance that Baumgardner gets upset and gets added to the list?
Sir, I'm gonna need you to repeat that question. It's trash. Throw it out. No, this is the thing. I never take anybody. I never underestimate anybody. This is what I do for a living. I've been boxing since the age of 8. I have 23 years into this sport. Nothing but blood, sweat, and tears. Grind, baby. This is my passion, my love. So every time I step in the ring, I give my all. So there's no option to lose, baby. I can't lose. And so I'm gonna put it all out there every time, every chance I get. Which y'all will see July 11th. There's a different type of fighter, a different type of skill. Like I said, I am the standard, and you're gonna see me put the punches together, baby. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I promise you.
Before you walk into the ring, so what's going to be the music?
Man, listen, we putting that together right now, so I got to treat it for y'all. Y'all know it's one of my favorite things to do, the walkout. So it's gonna be dope. So stay tuned.
Who's the face of women's boxing?
You said what?
Who's the face of women's boxing?
Alycia Baumgardner. So you looking at her? Yeah.
I know you've been spending a lot of time here in Dallas with Miranda. Can you tell us about that? You know, how the bond between y'all?
Listen, Chicken. She said I can call her Chicken. And I love that. She's hungry. She's hungry, y'all. And I think this is an awesome opportunity for her to be on the stage of champions. You know, she's already proved herself more than once. You know, the opportunity that Undisputed came to her is a moment in time for her to really lock in to say, hey, this is what I want. This is what I've been training for. So nothing but respect for her and nothing but encouragement going her way.